Winter, I know what we're gonna do today. In this video, we will be spending 100 days in Minecraft Bedrock to find out how far we can make it. Our only goal is to make it 1 million blocks. To make this challenge a little harder, we have two rules. First, we will only be allowed to go in a straight line. We have broken this up into different ranks. For example, the first rank, Diamond, is a 3-block radius. When we exit that, we drop down a rank, but now have more space. This goes all the way down to Dirt rank. After Dirt rank, we have hit something we like to call the Great Reset, which means we reset the run. The second rule is that we cannot make any forward progress in the Nether. This is just to prevent traveling in the Nether.
With that said, 3, 2, 1, go.
Day 0. We started in the middle of the ocean, which already brought the first challenge. Swimming in a straight line is hard, but we figured out that you can use the pixels on the water as a guideline, and you're able to swim super straight. Also, because we only have 3 blocks to walk on, this whole journey, we'd have to be very creative with everything we do. So the first food we got was kelp. It can be dried in a furnace and then eaten. However, this is one of the worst food sources you can get, but we can't cook it yet because we're stuck in the ocean. After nearly 900 blocks of swimming, we were finally able to take our first steps on land. Finally getting a few pieces of wood, which we'd use to get some tools and a boat.
This whole time on land, there were a few animals around us, which would be 10 times better than kelp. But because of the line, we can't reach them. And then, unfortunately for this sheep, it crossed paths with us.
What? Why does it take so many hits to kill a sheep? Oh, he's coming, he's coming. Alright, let's try it. Yes!
But we can't rely on random animals just crossing paths with us. And waiting around for them was just gonna waste our running time. But Blaze had a crazy idea.
I have an idea to try to get on.
What?
A piece of wheat.
I didn't know you could grow that without water. That's insane.
And this ended up working perfectly as bait.
Yes, now we have a luring device. Let's go!
With our food problem under control, for now, we get to put all of our focus back on running. Except, it's already becoming night. And as dangerous as night is, it is especially dangerous in this challenge. Because if a skeleton hits one of us from the side, it could easily knock us out of our safe zone and put us into gold tier. So we decided to hide underground and mine. It's a lot slower, but at least we're moving forward. After digging for a while, we found a cave and saw a skeleton.
I want you to heal
exactly what we were trying to avoid.
Oh, look out.
How did he get in? Just plug it up, plug it up, plug it up. How did he get in?
But we made it out safely away from them, continuing to dig straight into day 1. Finally getting to pick up the pace again. When we came across a river, Blaze wanted to try to use a boat so we could travel faster. But boats can be a little hard to control.
Oh, 2.
No.
Now that we lost Diamond tier, our radius has expanded from 3 blocks to 11 blocks, and we're bumped down to Gold tier. I wanted to get a good visual on our new boundaries.
So that'd be the limit for here.
That's a pretty big limit.
Oh.
I accidentally went 1 block out, knocking us all the way down to Iron tier, giving us a line that is now 21 blocks wide. That's 10 blocks on either side of 0. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, being an Iron tier so soon hurts. But now we're able to reach things we couldn't before, so that helps. Like this iron would have been out of reach for us if we were still in Diamond tier. While we were running, we were talking about ways to move faster, and the idea of a horse came up. Minecraft players run 7 blocks per second with no obstacles, whereas a horse can go double that. So at that speed, traveling by running alone would only be getting 8,400 blocks in a Minecraft day. But on a horse, we'd get 16,800. So getting a horse is a must. But you can only get a saddle from fishing or chests, right? Well, no. Actually, Mojang added the saddle to the crafting menu. So we cooked our iron, crafted 2 saddles, and stayed up through the night killing spiders. Their string would be used to make leads, and we need the leads to pull the horses on boats. Because even though they're fast on land, they are incredibly slow in the water. Once we got the string, we slept through the night so we could start finding a horse. But after searching for a while with no horses in sight, we decided to keep running and look for horses in the next plains biome, so we don't waste too much time.
Some armor is better than no armor. Let's go.
The next plains biome we found was 800 blocks away, and there was a horse waiting for us. But when we got closer, we realized he was outside of our barrier.
So close, so far away.
Knowing that we can't wait around for too long, we decided to run to the next plains biome. We didn't see another until day 4. That's 11,519 blocks between biomes. But this one had 2 horses. We tamed them, and although horses are faster, they came with a lot of drawbacks. Way more than I could have imagined. The first challenge came immediately after getting the horses. My horse was literally slower than walking. So naturally, I ditched the horse. Winter was struggling getting through the trees, so he passed the horse to me. And I ran forward to find more horses. This is just the start of problems horses bring, but we'll get into that later. On the dawn of day 5, I found 2 horses, but they were outside our line, so we had to continue. We have a confession to make. As you can tell, clearly we are past 10. After further review, we realized we went out of bounds at an ocean monument back on day 3, but we had not realized until editing, dropping us to copper rank, which gives us 20 blocks on either side of 0. Later that night, phantoms started spawning, so we decided to sleep through the night. Though losing time, this is the best choice because we are safer. Day 6. We have another issue. My current horse, we'll call him Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, had no hops. He could barely jump 1 block, so we had to use the lead with block combo, LNB for short, to get over mountains and hills. Because of this, we struggled crossing through beautiful terrains, and on our journey, we saw villages, shipwrecks, and so many other things that were outside of our line. On the night of day 12, while I was getting wood, we noticed skeletons are still a problem. When we were running, we feared they would knock us out of bounds. But now on horseback, we feared they would kill the horses. Shortly after this, Winter fell in a hole. As I was trying to get to him, we went out of bounds and expanded our line to 30. Alright, we stayed at 30 for a while. The morning of day 13, we found another plains biome. Winter got a horse, named it Greg. This was the boost we needed to start flying through the blocks. Good news, Greg actually has hops. Unlike somebody, Gary. This saves us time because we don't have to collect as many blocks, and we don't have to use the LMB technique as much. On day 15, we found the first desert temple, which gave us iron horse armor. Later this day, I found another horse, and Jerry gets replaced by Gary. Bye, Jerry. Off we ran again with hundreds of thousands of blocks ahead of us, and many hours left. We discovered horses and bamboo don't mix. It's like oil and water, like Java and Bedrock, like puppies and kittens. As you can tell, we're starting to get a little delirious from this challenge. Anyways, bamboo is hard to navigate through on its own, but because a horse is bigger, it's even harder. And bamboo plus creeper is a horrible combo. So nothing can be worse than bamboo, except
there is one thing. Come here, follow me. Let me show you something crazy. Look, there it is. You see it? It's the subscribe button, and it's not pressed. If you've been enjoying these videos, please smash that subscribe button so you can see more like this one. Okay, back to the video. There actually is something worse. It's the dreaded powdered snow. It's almost identical to snow, so you don't see it coming. You fall straight through and have a few seconds to react before you start to die. If you try to mine out with your horse, it takes forever to break the blocks. But if you get off your horse, he usually runs deeper into the snow. It's a lose-lose. This is definitely something we can improve on here. But all of that is behind us now, so hopefully we don't run into it again. At night on day 18, we went out of bounds to escape strays. These guys are terrifying. This expanded our bound to 40, putting us at dirt rank. One more rank will put us at the Great Reset. But little did we know that there was another way for the Great Reset to be activated.
No! I definitely lose them now. There's no way I save them. Oh. There's skeletons in here? I might die. Yo. Oh, I died. Good.
After I died, the second rule comes into play. No forward progress in the Nether. This means I can catch up in the Nether because every 1 block in the Nether is 8 in the overworld. I cannot go far ahead though. Also, anything goes in the Nether, so I'm not bound by the line until I'm back with Blaze. The Nether is more dangerous, but as it stands, this is the only way for me to catch up. Alright, so my game plan to catch up was simple. We ran some numbers and found that at the speed Blaze was going, the best place to meet up would be 250,000 blocks. So I looted, got armor, got some diamonds, made a portal, and luckily, I had training for this. I went into the Nether to continue running. I traveled on foot for about 9,000 blocks, and then I found a strider, the horse of the Nether. There were only a few close calls, but overall, I stayed pretty safe. I ended up mining a lot more than I thought I would, so a good pickaxe became very high on my priority list. And after looting a few bastions, I got enough to make a netherite pickaxe. Also, for some reason, the gases were pink. Anyways, after spending nearly 20 days in the Nether, I finally made it to the meeting spot, and I get to go home.
Bro! Day 39. While Winter was in the Nether, I found a new horse and named him Barry, leaving Gary behind. Making sacrifices in this challenge is just part of achieving our dream. After running alone for 25 days, Winter and I met at 250k as planned, but our reunion was cut short because he needs another horse. So yet again, I began searching for a horse. Bitter, not sweet, but necessary.
While Blaze was searching, I found a plains biome, and I got a horse, naming her Hope, because it's only up from here, right? So from 250,000, we made it to
300k, let's go!
At 315,000, I found leather horse armor can save a horse from powdered snow.
Yo, that's awesome. It doesn't hurt him.
Paired with my leather boots, the powdered snow issue is completely solved. But leather horse armor does not protect from creepers.
My horse died. No, I might die. My gosh. Oh my gosh.
After I lost hope, I had to run again, reminding me of the start of the adventure. With only 33 days left and 128,000 blocks to go, I had a lot of time to think, and I realized, even with the loss, this challenge showed me that the value of things changes depending on what you set your sights on. For instance, normally villages and desert temples are great places to stop to get loot. And don't get me wrong, they are good. But for us, the most important thing was moving. As long as we were moving, it was like we were collecting diamonds. Every 10,000 blocks we gained had the same feeling as when you upgrade to netherite. With all that said, the pace I go on foot is not enough. So, the mighty donkey! The donkey was way too slow though. So I traveled on foot until I found a better horse, putting me on pace to make it to 500,000 by day 100. This would give us a guaranteed combined total of 1 million blocks. And this whole time I was struggling, Blaze was always running.
Day 69 came and I hit 400k.
400k!
The days were beginning to blur together, and many of the sights I found amazing at the start now all looked the same. But I kept chasing each sunrise to get to the goal of 1 million. So on day 84, I hit 500k, and I was left with a choice: to wait here or keep going. Thinking back to the penguin who sacrificed everything for his dream to see the mountains, I decided to keep running, leaving winter forever, chasing something that was bigger than myself, with the only end being the day counter. I set off. Day 95 came and went. I never stopped traveling. Slowly the eve of day 100 was coming. It's the last sunrise I'll be chasing. But if chasing a dream has a cost, you can only sacrifice so much until the only thing left to sacrifice is yourself.
Adventure. There's a lot more.
Oh, my horse! I know I gave him a name at some point, but I legit can't remember it. Rude. Trying to pay my respects here. No! Day 99. At this point, I was all the way back at the start. With only one night left, there was no time to run 560,000 blocks.
Wow. Wow. I'm like actually in disbelief. This is crazy.
I lived that long. Not even dying a single time.
I could only watch as the sun rose for day 100. Thinking back, we had a good time and a lot of laughs. I got to watch lots of old movies that I have not seen in a while. With all that said, it's never about the destination, it's about the journey.
Oh, day 100.